So, the big new talking point is everybody believes that they're going to get a check for thousands of dollars from the federal government because Doge is saving us billions of dollars. So, in thinking about this a little bit, we're hearing people say anywhere from $8,000 to $25,000 for everybody in the country. Then Trump posted this link to this article. So he posts this link to the New York Post article about Trump weighing Doge dividend checks to send to taxpayers. And in that article, it says that the dividend check would be $5,000 per taxpayer. $5,000 per taxpayer. So I Googled how many taxpayers are in the United States of America, and what it spit out at me was that in 2022, there were 153.8 million tax returns filed. So let's just use that number, right? 150. So like my wife and I are both taxpayers, but we filed one tax return. Let's just use the 153.8 million. If you send a $5,000 check to 153.8 million Americans, that's going to be just under $800 billion. $769 billion. I had to go make sure I double checked. $769 billion. So what MAGA is telling you, what they're trying to get you to believe, is that Elon Musk and his Doge folks have so far uncovered $40 billion in wasteful spending, and they're going to in celebration, I guess, of finding 40 billion. They can't tell you where the 40 billion is. They're just saying that they found 40 billion. In what they're going to do is, in saving $40 billion, they're going to spend $769 billion by sending every taxpayer in this country a $5,000 check. And keep in mind, I only used the number of tax returns filed, and that was for a couple of years ago. So it's more than $769 billion at this point in time. So explain to me how saving $40 billion in wasteful spending, but spending $770 billion by sending everybody $5,000 checks, is putting us financially ahead. If you're doing your budget at home, you and your partner are sitting down at the kitchen table and you're trying to figure out your budget, and you're like, we need to figure out ways to cut. And you and your partner go, well, you know what? We can save $150 a month if we got rid of the cable and we went with some streaming services. Awesome. We just saved $150. So does that mean you go out and spend $1,000? Because that's what you guys are essentially proposing. And here's the best part of the whole thing. Trump has also posted just today, balanced budget now? Let's give it a shot. Lots of money coming in from tariffs. Do it. DJT. Balanced budget? The new Republican Trump tax cuts that they're getting ready to pass are going to blow an even bigger hole in our debt and deficit than he did the first time around, and he added $8 trillion to our debt the first time around in 4 years. It was COVID. No, it wasn't. Part of it was. He added over $4 trillion in non-COVID spending. Now he's going to make even deeper cuts, tax cuts for the upper class, bringing in even less revenue for the federal government, and he's proposing spending somewhere in the neighborhood of $770 to $800 billion to send every taxpayer in the country a $5,000 check. You know what that's going to do to our debt and deficit? How are you going to pay for a $770 billion stimulus to the economy because you saved $40 billion? Their balanced budget? We are so fucking far removed from a balanced budget, it's ridiculous. Balanced budget. You got a better chance of me getting into a pair of 32 jeans right now than getting a balanced budget out of this motherfucker. But I'll tell you what, send it, Donnie. Send it. Send a $5,000 check for every taxpayer. My wife and I will use ours to go on a vacation. We'll spend it in some foreign country. I'll be down there in Jamaica handing out fucking Donnie bucks. Hey, go, here's one for you. Yeah, bring out some of that herb. No fucking problem. Spend it. We'll use it to go on a vacation, and then you can figure out how to explain to the MAGA folks how we've added trillions or billions more to the debt. Cut the checks today.